You ready to get your freak on? Welcome to Move Like a Contrology Freak. My name is Kira Lamb, and this is a series of Pilates exercise tutorials for the Pilates curious up to the seasoned professional. We're working on rolling like a ball, also known as rolling back. And the goal of this exercise is to massage your spine. This exercise is introduced at the basic level, but you do it all the way through the advanced level with little tweaks and modifications. So let's meet on the mat and we'll break it down. Rolling like a ball comes right after single leg circle. So if you're working at a basic or an intermediate level, this would be your transition. You would have just finished your last circle by opening your leg out to the side, swinging it down, around, and up. You'd flex your foot, lower your leg down, reach your arms up and back. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Inhale, dive your head through your arms. Exhale, round forward into your C curve. Roll up from the base of your spine and place your hands next to your hips. Bend your knees and place your feet in Pilates stance. Your knees are as wide as your shoulders or as wide as your Pilates box. Lift your hips, do a pelvic curl, send your tailbone directly behind your heels. So notice how my hip points and my ribs are away from my thighs versus pressing them forward. You want to round your spine like a ball. Keep pushing your feet down, pull your waist back, send your head forward. In one motion, see if you can release your hands and grab your ankles. From here, keep curling your tailbone under, lift your feet up and find your balance. Pull your heels towards your tailbone, curl your tailbone under more, and lift your spine up and over your own legs. The goal first is to be able to balance in this position. So after you found your balance here, can you deepen your pelvic tilt and maybe tip this shape back 1/4 of an inch, and you'll feel your lower abdominals kick in really strongly. That's important because it's your lower abdominals or your pelvic tilt that initiates the roll, but also puts on the brakes on your way up. So keep finding your balance. Now on an inhale, you'll keep deepening your pelvic tilt, roll back, exhale to come forward, put on the brakes for that pelvic tilt. And again, inhale, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling, dive your head up and over your own thighs. One more, deepen your pelvic tilt to roll back, exhale, come all the way up. And then you can place your feet down. If your lower back feels really tight and you're kind of bypassing it as you roll, or if this tight ball just feels uncomfortable in your body, we'll do the exact same exercise with a little modification. Slide your feet away from your hips, hold on to the backs of your thighs. Press your hands into your thighs and lift your spine. From here, push your feet down, curl your tailbone under and feel like you're doing the half roll back. You're trying to get your hip points and your pubic bone to face up. And then from here, deepen the scoop in your powerhouse, lift your feet up and balance. I'm pushing my thighs into my hands and pressing my hands into my thighs. Against that resistance, I can keep rounding my spine. Just balance here to begin with. See if you can tip it back a little bit further, find your balance in your deep abdominals. Now we can roll from here. Wait for your abdominals to tip you over. It's kind of like a trust fall. So I'm going to deepen my pelvic tilt. I'll inhale to roll back. I push my thighs forward to come back up. And again, inhale, curl your tailbone under. Exhale, keep curling your tailbone under to come up. One more. Inhale, round back. Exhale, come up, find your balance, and then place your feet down. If you have neck issues, avoid doing the rolling. But you can practice balancing either in this position or in this position. And you can also practice the half roll back. So let's do the half roll back with your feet in Pilates stance this time. You might remember this from the roll up video. So heels together, toes apart. My knees are as wide as my shoulders. Lift your spine. Push your heels into the floor and curl your tailbone under. Remember, you're trying to get your hip points and your pubic bone to face the ceiling. Search for the mat with the backs of your hips. Try to keep the backs of your hips down and then bend your elbows round forward. Your waist trails behind. And again, push your feet into the floor and initiate with the pelvic tilt. Rotate your pelvis moves your lower back moves your waist ultimately moves your shoulders. To roll up, you start with the crown of your head. You dive your head forward, bring your forehead over your knees, your waist trails behind. One more, press your feet into the floor, curl your tailbone under, pull your lower abdominals towards the mat. Pull your navel to the back edge of the mat And then once you're here, exhale, keep rounding through your spine and come forward into your C curve. So these are the two most common issues I see with rolling like a ball. I see a beautiful setup, a beautiful round ball shape, but then I see this. Initiating the roll with your head, which flattens your spine and makes it really hard to roll smoothly. Remember, you want to look down into your waistline the whole time. You initiate the roll from a pelvic tilt. So I curl my tailbone under, roll back, and then I dive my head forward. All right, so the second issue is rolling up by bucking your legs. So I see this, beautiful roll back, but to come up, okay, that was exaggerated. But anyway, so you roll back, and there's like a bucking of the legs, so it flattens your lower back, and it makes it hard to roll up. So when you roll backward, you initiate with the pelvic tilt. To roll up, you initiate with the chest curl. So I'm going to roll back, and then I dive my head forward. I roll back. I have to press my upper abs into the mat. One more. Roll back. Exhale. Press your upper abs down, and then you'll be able to roll more smoothly. If you're working at an advanced level, the transition into rolling like a ball out of single leg circle is a little bit different. So it would look like this. You would have opened, swung your leg around and lifted up, reach your leg forward and down, reach your arms up and back. From here, my arms go up towards the ceiling. I do a chest curl. I reach my arms forward and up, pressing my ribs down and back. I stretch my tailbone towards my heels, simultaneously float my legs up, bend my knees, my right hand grabs my left ankle, left hand grabs my right wrist. I pull my heels to my tailbone, press my elbows into my thighs, and my thighs into my powerhouse, forehead over my knees, and I find my balance here. From here, you roll like a ball 6 times. You lift your hips up, dive your head forward. Inhale, lift your hips and toes up, dive your head over your knees. One more, lift your hips up, dive your head forward, switch your grip. Lift your hips up, exhale, dive your head forward. 2 more, tailbone goes up, exhale, dive your head over your knees. Final one, lift up, exhale, dive forward, and then place your feet on the mat. So I hope you found that helpful. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment box below, and I'll get back to you ASAP. Now, if you're looking for more personalized instruction and feedback, or maybe like an actual class, I teach virtual mat classes on Zoom every single week. Go to my website, kiralam.com, and you'll find my schedule, and you can register for class. For a discount, enter the code ContrologyFreak. Go figure. And be sure to subscribe to this channel, and you'll get 3 exercise tutorials every week. Thank you.